I forgot to start the recording because I am going to upload this to YouTube. So since I'm starting the recording just now, because I forgot to start the recording, I'm going to do a brief reintroduction. So my name is Rodney Washington, and I am the author of the coloring book, Never Too Late to Make It Happen, which is what I'm coloring from now. And this is a weekly event that I will do called Let's Color Together Playdate. I just decided officially to make that the official name of this experience. So we will get together virtually on Saturdays, if it works. Well, we'll figure it out for now. I may have to change it up, but we'll see how it plays out. But anyway, Saturdays is the plan to get together, and you can bring your favorite coloring supplies, your favorite book or pages, whatever you have, and we will just color together. So there you have it. If you're interested in, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're interested in, I have a cool tools guide of favorite coloring tools and supplies that I think every coloring book artist should at least have or know about. And what I'm doing is making that available. So I'm going to put the link to that. If you're watching this inside the Facebook group, you already have access to it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you don't have access to it. So I'm going to provide the link to where you can go and opt in to get that. And then you can also be a part of the group if you like. So I'll put that down there. So the plan was to stream live inside of YouTube in real time, but it didn't happen that way. So I'm uploading the recording. I'll be up where you're watching the recording. But if you're in the Facebook group, you're watching this live. And you also have the option for future events. You have the option to join me on Zoom directly if you wish, if you want to share your pages or whatever in real time. I encourage you to do that as well. So again, there's no agendas with this. I'm not, this is just us just taking the time to just enjoy some quality time for ourselves. We give to so many other people, and we just need time for ourselves. And so that's why I created this experience. And so I encourage you can come on and color and not be, to be on camera. There's no requirement here. But if you do want to show me anything, you do have to be on Zoom. You can post your finished pages inside of the Facebook group. I will go back over this because I did mention this earlier and forgot I wasn't recording this, as I'm going to start hosting contests starting next week. So you will need to be in the group if you're watching this on YouTube to participate in that. And just to recap that really quickly, basically what the Facebook group is, what the contest will be is there is a post inside of the group where you can vote on your favorite coloring subject. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this go through to the day before Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, the Friday after Thanksgiving. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the names and the subject that most interest you. So you might like to color flowers or mandalas or animals or faces or whatever. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a drawing. There's a tool that I think it's like a roulette wheel spinner or something. I have to figure out how this works. But anyway, I may just have to put them inside of a bowl. We'll keep this real simple. But anyway, I'm going to just randomly pick, I think I'm going to pick up to 2 winners. And you will get a $10 Amazon gift card, excuse me, from me, that you can use towards purchasing anything you want. You can buy a coloring book with it if you'd like. You can, it's up to you. You can apply towards some, maybe a pencil set that you've been eyeing or whatever. It's totally, totally, totally up to you. I thought initially I would just send the book, but then I thought, no, just do a gift card and you can buy what you want. So that's the plan starting next week. And this is going to be a weekly drawing. So I'm going to pick, I think, up to 2 winners every week. I initially toyed with the idea of doing where you had to be on live with me to do the drawing, but because I have people all over the world in this Facebook group, I can't really, it's not fair to make the Australians get up at the wee hours of the morning. So out of respect for our Aussies, I'm going to announce the winner. And then what I'll do is I'll contact inside the group. So you'll need to keep an eye on your DMs or whatever, if and I'll give you 24 hours to respond to let me know that you got it and that you are ready to receive. And then if I don't hear from you, then I'll just put the name back and I'll pull somebody else. So anyway, so that's the plan. We could just get into the holiday spirit of gift giving early. So I'm excited about this. So what I'm doing here is, I was talking about this earlier, since I'm going over some things I've already covered because I forgot to hit the record button. But my favorite tool in my coloring arsenal is my Q-tip for blending. So again, if you're watching live, or if you are, see anyone want to join me on Zoom, if you're watching live or whatever, you can share with me what your favorite coloring tools are, what your favorite book is. I'm all ears. And if you pop on, you don't hear anything, it may just be that I'm just not talking, but not that the audio is off. And as far as I know, the audio was working fine. So I hope that you're hearing me. I do have the Facebook group page up, and I do see where it is, it's transcribing what I'm saying. So I do see my words coming up on the video. I have to say, I really love the way these pencils feel on the paper. It feels like I'm painting. It's just really cool. Actually, I'm gonna bring down some more orange. Bring in some yellow. So something else I could do too, I might consider it for future, but I didn't want to get too complex right now, is having some music in the background. But I decided against it for this one just because I don't know what everyone's music style is. But I was going to ask, or just suggest, having like a playlist or something, maybe on Spotify or iTunes or whatever, of music that that inspires or motivates you. Because I think it's kind of cool to have that. I found for me when I'm coloring, I do not want music with too many lyrics in it. So I personally am partial to jazz. So I'll put that on and the melodies kind of really help with momentum. So anyway, so whatever your favorite tunes are that you like to listen to, if you want to share those as well, that's also great. So if you hear, I apologize for the background. Today is the day when it's Saturday, obviously, so people are doing yard work. I live in San Francisco, and so we've been getting more rain and fog lately. So today is a really gorgeous day out today. So people are trying to get some yard work done before, I guess, the holidays next week. So I apologize for the sound of weed whackers or whatever you're hearing in the background, but people are trying to take advantage of the take advantage of the dry weather today. Okay. So let's just see if there's anyone that's joined in the group. I don't see any comments. Okay, no one's trying to join on Zoom. So again, like I said before, if you just want to watch me and not, you don't have to. Like I said, there's no pressure here. This is all just freestyle. I'm sure as time goes on that we'll have more people join live, but again, we could be live or you could be watching it live and we never, can say a word to one another. So that's okay too. Like I said, this isn't like a class where you got to participate. And it's like less than a week away from Thanksgiving. I can't really believe how fast this year has gone by. It's just really, really crazy. I always said jokingly that when you turn, I think like 35, especially 40, that the years seem to jump by in blocks of 5. You look up and you're 45, you look up and you're 50. And God willing, in 2 more years, I'll look up and I'll be 60. I was saying to someone in a Facebook group that I'm in that has nothing to do with coloring or artistry, but I said 2 things. I remember so many times older people when I was younger saying, I feel the same as I did at this age, even though I'm now this age. So I can honestly say, I don't feel any different, even though I'm now 58 years old. My body feels different, but I don't feel different internally. I still always want to be an artist, always want to express myself artistically. I was very clear about that very early on in my life. But I don't feel, like I said, and and the other thing I said was when I say my age out loud, I feel like I'm talking about somebody else. I haven't quite attached that number to me. So it's quite interesting. Also, if there's any, let's see, is Scorpio almost over? I think Scorpio is almost over. I think Scorpio is over on the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Sagittarius, I think, starts on the 23rd, I believe. If there are any fellow Scorpios watching, type Scorpio in the chat. Oh, this is something else I wanted to bring up too. I saw, and I can't remember, and I don't want to switch off the camera to see, but there was someone in the group that was shared her page, and she shared how she was using her page, her colored page, for wrapping paper for Christmas gifts. And I thought that was really cool. I had seen that somewhere else. I can't remember where it was, but I thought that was a neat idea. Really, really neat idea. So yeah, if you're using your pages in any other way, like, and I'd be curious about that too. Are you using your pages to, for maybe for wall art? Because one of the things I did with this book here that I'm coloring from was actually the first iteration of it. And actually, let me share this right now because I wanted to make sure I talk about this. So this iteration of the book, each color page is right, you know, it's right back to back. And then I got the idea, actually one of the books I saw on Amazon that I liked, they did a blank page on the opposite side so that in case you're using markers or something like that, that it wouldn't bleed through to the other page. So what I did in the updated iteration of the book, which is actually thicker than the original, this is the original one, which is all back to back. The newer one, the updated version of it, is there's a blank page behind each one so that in case you're using markers or something like that, the ink is less likely to bleed through to the next page. So it's a little bit of a thicker book, but I wanted to do that. The other reason why I thought to do it this way was that, you know, you may want to cut your pages out of your book and you might want to frame them. So I thought that was a cool thing to do. So that's why I did that. And so yeah, so I'd be curious to hear how you're multi-purposing your pages. Are you using them in other artistic expressions? Because I think it's kind of fun to have a variety of different ways. Because the thing about in a book is that no one really sees it but us, which is fine. Trust me, I'm not judging that at all. I'm gonna pull some pencils, some other colors from my Sue color kit because I want to bring in some different greens. Close, but something different. Actually, you know what? I don't want that right next to that. I think I'm gonna put that. You know, let's go with something hot. I've got a lot of green over here already. I've got green there. So let's bring in some heat. So make this one orange. And the thing that I remember, one of the lessons I learned from listening to Sarah's videos on YouTube is that she talked about the more pressure you apply, the deeper and richer your color. So I'm doing a lot of pressure here because I really want this to be intense. I don't know, there's something about this little mark of color against this black background, just makes it so much more interesting to me. I know everyone has their own aesthetic, and I don't know, I guess it makes it more kind of contemporary looking. I'll move some things around. it's kind of interesting doing this when I've got a camera on me, a camera on my hands, and the camera is like the tripod is right in front. The stand is right in front of me, so I'm kind of have my arms wrapped around the tripod or the stand, the light stand, or the camera stand, I should say. So it's a little tiny bit awkward, but it's the only way that I can show you this. And you know something else too that I've noticed, and this is, I might try this on this one. I'm gonna turn this upside down. So if you're watching this and you think, is the camera flipped? No, I turned the book upside down intentionally because I want with the camera holder stand in front of me, it's kind of having to reach too far away. So I want to bring this closer to me where I can get to it. I can get to the parts of it I want to work on easier. Color, I'll bring in some wine color. Actually, I said wine is actually more grape. I hope you can see this. I'm trying to make sure the camera is, there you go, a little tighter. I bought a new high def camera to do these videos with, and I'm still trying to figure out the best settings and angles and all of that fun stuff. Sort of interesting. I never, you never think about how, this is too close in color, how never really get how, I don't want to use the word cumbersome, but until you start actually, like I watch these videos all the time on YouTube, the overhead, and always wonder, oh, how do they do that? And then I've seen some videos where the person who's coloring, you see their head, the back of their head on the camera. So trying to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. and that I can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I'm trying to find that balance between the two. Okay. Turn this side up. Oh yeah, I like that purple and pink against the blue. Okay. I was just thinking about something too. I never said I wasn't going to use every color in the box, but it's looking like today may be one of those days where I may end up using every color in the box. Actually, let's too close to that yellow that I already have. Let's go with more of a gold. Some other mediums I want to start playing with is I have these acrylic markers, which I like. And but they can paint markers, but they can really bleed out. So I have to, not heavily, I mean, they do have some control, but it's tie-dye effect. Varying shades of green. Let's see here. So we've got dark. Actually, let me sharpen this one up a little bit. Oh, I was going to show you this. So, you know, one of the things I learned with Sarah is keeping your pencils really sharp. It does impact the way the color lays down. And not too sharp for me. I still like a little bit of a thick point. Let's see if I can find out even a lighter one. Okay, so I've got really light, kind of a bluish teal color. And a dark one. Let's see, me, I switch out this one. This one's I've got really dark. Let's see these really dark, kind of a teal, a little bit of a medium light, and then a really pale. And I've noticed with this one, I tend not to pick colors that are too dark because the background is black. Find myself a different holder for my Q-tips than my razor sharpener box. I mean, pencil sharpener box. Continue that. That affects. I'm going to continue it here. Also, are there any special techniques that you use or ways that you like to lay down color or keep your colors organized, or do you just grab whatever your hand connects with in the box, or do you let's see here, let's go with the teal, or do you methodical, and do you pull the color palette that you think you most want to use? Like, what's your process? Always curious to hear about that as well. Let me put more of this darker green down. It's a problem when you got the camera too close to your face. I bumped it. And this is not quite as done here. Okay. All right. I like that. Actually, now that I look at it design-wise, I probably should have taken this out when I do. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that when I laid out the book. But you know what? I like that, and I like the I like that effect. All right. Popped on. Join any comments. I hope I'm not missing anyone. Okay, no. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to stay with this. So I've got the purple lavender tone. Let me put this down. Put that too, so it's not in the way. So I've sort of got this purple lavender tone thing going on here. I've got sort of the orange with yellow. Now I've got the green. So now I'm going to do this the same thing here with the blues. So I'm going to pull. Now this set here, the Amazon set only had one blue in it, which was this one. And so that's why for a starter kit, it was okay. But for continuing, obviously I need more colors than that. And so I'm going to pull a variety of blues with the same idea of a turquoise. No, that's more like a green, which is fine. Okay, so what we have here is a sort of a dark grayish blue here. Then we've got sort of a teal here, more of an aqua here. And then I can do the green. So I don't think I have an even lighter blue, though I do have a more intense blue. These are kind of too close in color for me, so I want something with a little bit of difference. Yeah, these are kind of close to me in color. This one actually seems darker than this one. Come on, come on. Yeah, so let's go with that. These are 5 tones of blue. And I'm going to reverse it again. So let's start with the darker one first, and I'm going to reverse engineer. So this one I started with the darker tones and then came up to lighter. I'm going to reverse it on this one. Do darker at the top. I like this blue. Okay, let's put that one there. And then let's go with this one. Reminds me of the Caribbean, which I haven't been to in 1,000 years, it feels like. Trusty old Q-tip. And blend it in. My immediate thought when I see that makes me happy. I like that. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see here. So what I was going to say was, I think a starter kit, like the one I showed you earlier, the Amazon starter kit, I've taken half of them out of the box. So let me kind of reassemble them back a little bit so you can kind of see. But this was the initial kit that I invested in. This is by Amazon. It's like 24 colors, and it's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But as I said, this is the only blue that was in the kit. So immediately when I opened the box, I said, oh, this one here is not going to work as well for me because I want more. Obviously, I'm into the gradients. So I need more, I need more blues. I need more tones. So I'm actually going to sort of reorganize these back in a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over, just use the Sioux color kit because I've got more tones that I like. What I will say, what I do like about the way this is laid out is that this one here has, I like the way this gradient is laid out. With the Sioux color kit, everything is all in the box, I should say. Everything is all like this. So I have to kind of pull them out. They're not laid out. They're not displayed like this one is, you know, so I can see it all in a row. So that's what I do say I like about the display of it. I just don't, it just doesn't have as many color choices as I'd like. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put these all back in the tin. And then I'm going to just stay with the Sioux color because I'm getting the, oh, fudge, I forgot the green. I've got another green in here. Let's put these back. And these aren't, this isn't going in here perfect, but it's okay. So things over. little bit. Another interesting question to ask is, does anyone have a cool system or an efficient system for organizing your supplies? I mean, obviously, I have to keep everything inside the tin. Now, I know some like to take everything out of the tins and put them inside of like a cup, which I actually did think about that. I have a coffee cup that I could actually put them in, but I'm probably not going to do that because I like to drink my coffee out of it. And I don't want to wash out pencil markers out of my cup. But anyway, okay, so let's put these away because I want to just focus on the other ones. There we go. So we got all those back in the tin. And what I like about this too is I can tell which ones need to be sharpened. I can also tell which ones I use more because these ones down here on this end are full length to the top where you can tell I use the blue a lot and the reds and the oranges a lot. So I'm going to put this tin away and I'm just going to stick with the Sioux color set. So let's see here. Now I think I want to pull. So I just did the blues and greens. Actually, let's do it like this. Just did the blues and greens. And then I did a full green set. So yeah, so I used all of these. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go with something completely different for this last one here, which is fuel. Let's look at this here and see what I've got that I like this sort of reddish orange. I like these are more rust colors, more earth tone colors. And like I said, I am looking at Arteza set as well. Now, something else too, and this is what I talked about last week, and it's something that I learned from Sarah Renae, was these are also close in tone to me. But I like these four together. That's the lightest. Okay, so we're going to put this one here. And then this one can go here. Okay. All right, so let's start with this one. And I'm probably not going to use all five. As a matter of fact, I'll probably even take out this last one and start with this pencil here. So I'll start from dark and then work it up to light. You know, something else too, and I just thought about this too, that Sarah talked about. Is I could put the lighter color in the middle. Let me actually lay more of this one down. Okay, and then put the lighter color in the middle. Where the transition is even more dramatic. And then this one. So like the gradient can be from light to dark, or you can break it up in the middle and put the lighter one in the middle. And let's go back to this one because I liked this. I'm gonna put more of that in there. Oh yeah, that's cool. And then let's go with, actually I will go ahead and use that darker one up here at the top. So you can go middle out or top bottom or bottom up or middle out. Here we go. And then back to my trusty. I'm going to use the same, even though I've kind of got a clean side here, and do my blending. There we go. Coming along. We are coming along. We're coming along. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on some of these detail parts. And then I'll do the adventure part last. So I'm going to focus on some of these detail parts like the glasses here, the sun kiss and all that fun stuff there. So let's play with some of those. The more I say that out loud, the more I like it. Let's color Playdate for adults. If you're watching the replay, I mentioned to you can bring your favorite coloring book, favorite coloring or pages or tools. You can also use an iPad. I just recently, like I said, I just got an iPad mini, and there's some coloring apps I've been playing with on that. But I was going to go back to what I was saying earlier was I said bring your favorite pages or book, and bring your favorite and coloring supplies, whether it be markers, pencils, whatever, and your favorite beverage. And it can be an adult beverage. No judgment here. Let's see here. Let's go back to some of these. No, I don't want to use the same ones too close together. I want to break it up. I do like these sort of oranges. No, that's too close to that. I already got that through. Let's use a green. Let's use a green. Or an acidy green against the pink. There we go. These accent parts, I feel like I can kind of go a little buck wild on these. These are fun. Let's see here. Let's do. There's so many colors and so many options to choose from. I don't know which one to grab. do this and make this yellow. I liked yellow for these dots, so there was some consistency with that. One thing I can say is that I kind of do like working with a smaller set in some respects because it gives me less options to choose from. Whereas right now I'm almost like, I don't know which one I want to use. There's just so many great colors. But this really reminds me too, when I was a kid, I always loved a box of Crayola crayons. I just thought that that was the coolest thing in the world. That in my view, I used to have a ViewMaster. So it's so funny to look up all these years later, and ViewMaster I relate to photography, and the color, you know, the crayons obviously was coloring. So I guess you never really fully move away or, you know, not be who you were when you were a kid. Because we can get so caught up in being an adult that we forget to be a kid, and that it's okay to be a kid. If more of us gave ourselves this opportunity again for just creative play, we'd have more joy in our lives. So that's why I'm grateful. You know, and it'd be cool. I mean, I don't think anyone showed up today, but that's okay because I'm here. Well, I can't say no one showed up. You may not be commenting. You very well be watching this. So even if you're watching in the replay, you still showed up. But I would love it if you would comment if you're watching the replay. That just lets me know that you are seeing it. So okay. Okay. It's too close to it. Let's put in. Also wanted to make a point of saying this too. I saw some amazing. I need to make a list next time because it's hard for me to see, to recall everyone's name. So I have to make a list for next week. Just shout outs to some of you guys who did some really cool, shared some really cool pieces. And I wanted to make a point of calling you, and this is too dark, calling you out or mentioning you out on future calls so that people listening to the replay can go and look you up in the group. But some of the blending and shading and so forth was just amazing. You know, I'm just wanting to focus on these smaller details and not the bigger pieces right now. Just kind of. I also want to put this out here while I'm talking about it is if anyone in the group is interested in, I don't know, just kind of doing like a demo lesson of what you do. Because like I said, I'm seeing some really amazing work in here. And so if you're ever interested in doing like a demonstration of, especially some of the coloring and shading, like I said, it's been just really amazing. So if that's something, if you're watching the replay and something interests you, reach out to me, DM me in the Facebook group and let me know. And let's talk, because one thing I'm clear about is I don't want this to all be about me. I'm by no means an expert. I think I say I know enough to be dangerous. so yeah, if you're interested in demonstrating, doing a color lesson or something and demonstrating your style or whatever, and you want to, that interests you, reach out to me, and we can do a future feature. Okay. I need a red of some sort. This is like another orange. Is there a red? I need a red. Pure red. There we go. It's more purple burgundy than red, but that's okay. Okay. All of the details filled in. Put some blue here, these sort of streak marks. Something else I'm going to say too is for this particular design for me, I don't necessarily feel like I need to cover every single inch. I like having some of the white still be there. So I'm just seeing if there's any comments in the chat. Don't see anything. Okay, let's start filling in our hearts. I like this burgundy one. I'm not going to do gradients on these. I'm just going to do solid color on the hearts. Okay. And then let's do a pen. Let's do a blue. Okay. Let's do a yellow. Okay, and then let's do we'll do another pink on this one. I'm so close to what's already there, but maybe it doesn't matter. Okay. Flip this right side up. So the last word we have is adventure. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. Okay, so let's do adventure. And yeah, we'll do that and then we'll wrap it up for the day. Like I said, if you're joining in late, no problem. Pull up your books and your pens and supplies and join in. I'm going to be on here. I'm going to finish this today. So when I finish coloring in the last letter, then it'll be done. But I'm enjoying the process, so I want to keep going. This will be one of the ways. One of the things I will say about having these play dates is that this assures me with everything else I'm doing that at least I am having some organized color time, dedicated color time, I should say. So let's see here. Let's go with I don't want to use pink again. I use pink a lot. Something different. Let's do blue and orange, and let's do oh, this is cool. I like these colors together. Okay. Well, this is kind of a goldish green, kind of a rust and a blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the lightest color in the middle. Which I'm going to skip over this letter because I don't want that to be too close to this one. So put in the lightest color first. And then what I'll do is I'll put the blue on the bottom, since I've got blue at the top there, and put the orange or the rust at the top. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think that may be my new thing now, is to do the brightest color in the middle. I like that a lot. I'm gonna try that with my blending. So I'm gonna get something really pale against something that's very opposite. And then let's get something kind of cool, actually dark. Dark. Okay, let's do the same thing. Let's put our lighter color down first. And then our darker color at the top. And at the bottom. Green. And let's go with a yellow shrimp. That's good. All right, so let's see. Let's go with our lighter color in the middle. You know, we're doing on time. We're doing good. Kind of repeat these colors again. Just reverse the order. That way I feel like I don't need to pick new colors every time, every time I want to do something. So just kind of reverse the order of the ones I already have. Just looking at the top. Let's go with this one of light pink. That, and let's do actually I want to go with a different color because I'm using too much yellow. And again, there's no right or wrong. We're just coloring. This is just for us. I'm saying this to remind myself too. All right, we're down to the last two letters. Put that pink down. I'm kind of almost wrapping up here. I'm just curious, who are your favorite artists? When I noticed when I was growing up, I liked Matisse a lot because of the color blocking, and I don't think who else I really liked a lot. But a cool exercise that popped in my head is to find an artist whose work you can look them up on Google, and then see if you can match the colors in their work. And I'm gonna go with a really pale blue. So you can match the colors in their work. There's something else I just realized too. I think I want to do this actually for, I'm gonna look at another set. I want to get more, even more tonalities. Like this set is good, but I even want more tones. Okay, and I'm on my last one. I'm gonna keep this one really simple. So I'm gonna do a hot pink, an orange, and a pale green. So let's do the dark in the middle. So back to what I was saying before, is find an artist that you really like, and then so you can match the colors in their painting in one of your next coloring projects. All right. We did it. We finished this piece today. This is what I wanted to do. All right. So there's a few little areas in here I could go back over with some color. But this is my finished piece. I'll probably go over it a little bit more a little bit later. But yeah, I don't want to use that there. Just want to fill in some of these last little details. I went over a little bit more because I got started a little later than I planned on. So anyway, but that's basically it. Like I said, I will, what I'll do is I'll take a picture of this and post it in the group. It's a finished piece. What I like about it is a sense of completion. Oh, you can't see it. I got the page on the wrong side. There you go. All right. So anyway, so I'm still going to go over this and do a little bit more detail, but for the most part, it's done. So this is my page. I'm going to call it. Let's scoop this up a little bit. So actually, everything away. So yeah, so here we go. So one of my favorite sayings is adventure fuels my spirit. So that's the finished page, using a lot of ombre effect. And this is from my book, Never Too Late to Make It Happen. So I'm gonna post it inside the group. But yeah, so that's it. Like I said, you know, in terms of, like I said, this is all an experiment. So my plan is to keep the color Playdates up through the end of the year, and hopefully more can join. I, always love the energy. But I totally get it. There's a lot going on right now. And you know what the weekend is, and I actually am exploring, and I think I'm going to do this too, because again, I'm experimenting, but doing maybe 2 of these a week. So maybe a weekday and then a weekend day. Sundays might be better. I don't know. I'm really having to defer to, what you guys are saying that you like, and availability at that time, because I know everyone's got schedules and weekends. I debated about Saturdays because I thought, well, that's the day people go to the grocery, sometimes get their grocery shopping done and do laundry and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out the schedule or the best time frames. So I may do a weekday and then do a weekend day. This work can be fluid and do whatever, do what works. Again, this is more, again, color, connect, get feedback, hear what you guys are working on, what inspires you. It just helps me to get to know you more and you to get to know me a little bit more. And like I said, we're going to meet again. So the plan right now is to meet. Well, I'm definitely not going to meet before Thanksgiving because there's too much going on for everyone getting ready for the holiday. But my plan is to meet again next Saturday, which I believe will be the 27th. Thanksgiving's on the 25th, I believe. So yeah, 25th. So yeah, the 27th. I'll play with the time, but I will definitely send out an announcement and let you know. And like I said, my plan is to start doing the contest next week. So I'm going to do another post about that inside the group. And again, all you got to do to be a part of the contest is just to, there is a, let's see if I can share it, if I can find it. But there's a post here inside the group where you can, see if I can find the screen first before I open it up. Actually, let's see if I can find the post before I open it up. So I've been having some issues. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can do this. Okay. Let's try this and see what I can do. I hope this will work. Yes, this will work. All right. So you can see the post inside the Facebook group. The subject is, okay, I just want to make sure it's showing. Which coloring book subjects interest you most? And so it's flowers in nature, insects, human faces, animals, birds, fantasy, mandalas, quotes, holiday themes, Christian devotional, kids and family, adult humor. So far, 40 people have voted, which is really cool. I'm really excited about that. So like I said, some of you have made comments on the bottom, which is great. So yeah, so what you can do is just keep voting. And then what I'll do is, like I said, I can see who's voted. And what I'll do is I'll put, I think flowers and nature seem to have gotten the highest number of votes. So what I want to do was to, yeah, just see who's voted and then just very, very randomly. Yeah, just randomly, like I can see human faces. There's two people, So it doesn't matter which one's got the highest amount of votes. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is that I'm just going to basically pull everyone from every category, no matter what you voted for. And if you voted more than once for different subjects, that's all fine. And then what I'll do is I will put it in some kind of a way to draw a name. And I'll draw the name and I'll say what the interest is. And you could win a $10 gift card with Amazon to use towards a book that you want, or to, say, maybe towards a book, it can be towards art supply, pencils, whatever you want to do. So yeah, so that's how you participate in that. Like I said, I'm going to do the first drawing next week for that. And then the plan is to do one every week. I will not make it where you have to be live in order to be able to win, because I know I have people from different time zones and you might not always be able to attend. So I don't want to do that. But I will message you privately and let you know, and I'll give you 24 hours to get back to me to let me know that you received it. And if not, then I will put it back in the drawing. And then oh, hey, Naomi, thanks you for joining. We're sort of getting into our last last phases of our get together here. But anyway, I was talking about the contest. So yeah, so yeah, that's how it'll go. So yeah, I'll announce the winner. I'll private message you on Facebook, let you know that you won. I'll give you 24 hours to respond. I will also mention the name, and I'll do a separate post, or I'll mention the comments. And then what I'll do is I will yeah, give you 24 hours to get back to me and let me know, and I'll know where to send the card. And then other than that, um, we'll go from there. And so, yeah, the plan is to do it every week throughout the month of December. And yeah, we'll just kind of see where it goes from there. And other than that, that's all I've got. I've got other things I'm cooking up right now, but I don't want to just talk about it just quite yet. But like I said, you know, if you're watching the replay, obviously I'd love it if you would, you know, type in, well, this is to the post, but there is a section here where you can comment below the video. So you can just type replay, you know, that you watch the replay. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about, we went about 2 hours today. I always like to plan these around 2 hours because I know that some people will not be able to stay on the whole time. They'll drop in and drop out, which is totally fine. Sometimes you'll stay on the whole time. If you know, ever want to join me on camera, you know, if you don't, you by no means have to. That's not a requirement. But yeah, so that's basically it. So yeah, that's all I have for you. So if I know before we meet again, Thanksgiving is coming up. I wish all of you a safe and a happy Thanksgiving, that wherever you are, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, and that it's, yeah, that you know, have some time to relax and get ready for the final push towards the end of the year and the Christmas holidays that are coming up. Again, if you're curious about the page I colored from, this is from my personal coloring book called Never Too Late to Make It Happen, full of over 50 motivational quotes to encourage you to keep going for your dreams. That's available on Amazon. I can also put the link down in the comments if you're interested in picking up that for yourself for the holidays. And that's about it. So like I said, I'll keep an eye on the comments. I'll respond to anything that comes in. Other than that, have a safe holiday. Don't eat too much turkey. And I will see you next Saturday. All right. Take care of yourselves. Bye, everybody.